dudettes, Major League Butt Kicking is back in town! Oh yeah!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh man.
Awesome! Right, kid!
Alright, you guys ready to do the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Things.
The thing.
Let's do the thing.
Okay, we're gonna do a thing. So we just finished watching the OG 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah. What up, guys? What you think? So we watched it because it's the 30th anniversary, and the original actress for April O'Neil, as I'm over here getting
Judith Hogg.
Yeah, Judith Hogg. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I didn't want to just say, April O'Neil, like her actual name. Put something together to get a lot of the original cast to do some readings, tell a little bit of stories behind what happened in like the filming of the project. So it was cool.
I don't want to fight you.
Well, tough rocks, pal.
A Jose Canseco bat? Tell me you didn't pay money for this.
That's it. It was a 2-for-1 sale, pal.
Now, everybody close your eyes. Concentrate. Concentrate hard.
I am proud of you, my sons. Tonight you have learned the final and greatest truth of the ninja.
We kind of thought that the movie was gonna be played, and it was gonna be because they said, "Let me."
It's a watch party, but
yes,
it
let
was.
me.
They kind of played the whole movie, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
They did a lot of scenes. That is.
They
cut out,
read scenes.
like the important scenes. They cut out all the fillers, like the training montage, kind of like that.
Of course.
Yeah, they did.
But they gave some behind the scenes stuff about it too, so it was it was informative while we were kind of sort of. I'm sure it might have been maybe copyright stuff.
I guess. This is exactly what it says. The original cast and crew of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies are gathered ready for a tour of the 30th anniversary celebration. We are currently working on an official documentary book called Secrets of the Half Shell, about the uncut story of the film. Okay, so the About Me doesn't say that there is going to be a watch that's going to be the whole film.
Right.
But
it was implied.
It literally says May 23rd, pizza party hosted by April O'Neil. Okay, well, I guess that doesn't. Whatever. Maybe it was my bad and I thought it was going to be the whole film. My bad.
So incredible, and it was so wildly overambitious what we were trying to do. I remember when right away, like very soon after Steve and I first started meeting and thought, well, what do we need to do to test this? And we drew up a little diagram of a turtle doing, was it a handspring and then a forward flip and then cleanly going down into a manhole? And we said, if we can get that, then we might be doing all right. And I think, Dave, I made you do it, didn't we? Didn't you have to do that at the Creature Shop?
You made me do a lot of flips, Brian.
So, all right.
It was clickbait to the title.
It was clickbait title. I was clickbaited it.
The title, it said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 1990.
Yeah, it's a watch party. It didn't say, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
digressing from
it was still a good watch. So it was still a good watch.
Yeah, it was fun to watch them recount stories and go through the scripts the way that they did. It was interesting to see the actors who were behind the voices and the people who were a huge point to these movies, like the director and all this stuff. They were all talking about it with such love, and it just made me so happy.
Yeah.
The Shredder monologue when he was doing it on the little watch party, when he was doing it, it was unfiltered, you know, and it was like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, he has
so
a lot of power behind his voice. He really does.
I don't know, but I'll bet he never has to look for a can opener.
You fight well, in the old style, but you have caused me enough trouble. Now you face the Shredder.
It's so good.
So,
and
a little
Splinter's voice.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Splinter,
his voice is almost the same from 1990 as it was today. So it was it gave me chills because I was like, oh my gosh, I know this voice.
Like more Asian inflection in the film than what he did this time around from my view, but it bit out good. So just a little bit of backstory. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it was originally a comic that I think started, the original work was 84 from what I can see.
Makes sense.
84 is back in the day, and it was a black and white, more grim thing that we see nowadays. And apparently, so the first authors were, because there's two, so Kevin Eastman and Peter Leidard, mispronouncing that word. They were the original artists and writers for it. And as far as I could tell, what happened was that either it was grim dark or it was kiddish, and it was grim dark and kiddish, and I kept going back and forth, and eventually the two kind of split and then reunited later in life to do more TMNT stuff later. But that's a little bit of the history. I think 14 years after the comic started, they made the film, which is kind of cool. As I'm clicking on all these tabs because we're here at a,
and you can kind of tell it was based in the 80s because of a lot of their catchphrases and things like that. It's very 80s-esque. Yeah, from like the comic.
I mean, I think the movie was very 90s.
The cowabunga and stuff like that, I feel like it would be more 80s. I don't know.
I don't think so. Let's look it up. I've never heard an 80s person ever say cowabunga.
I'm pretty sure that came from the original comic, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have cowabunga from, like, I think it was influenced from a surfer dude or some shit. Let's see. Cowabunga, technically, it's a 1950s. First popularized by a character in the US TV program called Howdy Dandy.
Yeah.
It has later became associated with the surfer culture. Howdy Doody, sorry. Howdy
Doody show.
Yeah.
1949.
Yeah. It then later became associated with surfer culture and then TMNT stuff. But, yeah, there's, I mean, maybe, I guess.
I mean, that kind of stuff just seemed to me more, a lot of their terminology and stuff like that, like righteousness, that's more of a 90s term to me. But the cowabunga and stuff kind of felt, I don't know, it felt more 80s-esque to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, though the animated series, if I'm reading this correct, did come out in 87.
Okay, cool.
Like
I think one of the biggest because there's a Netflix a lot of the late 80s early 90s things that we popularized, so like Transformers and Power Rangers, and all these other
Power
things.
Rangers is more 90s.
Power Rangers is definitely 90s.
Well, let's say like 90s late 80s 90s They started getting popular because of the merchandising, the toys. If your toys sold, you were successful. And I don't remember what we were talking about. Why am I talking about toys right now? I don't recall.
Maybe because of their
popularity.
Popularity.
I guess that's it.
First in the comics, and then I guess because that became popular, toy makers started making toys, and that even got it even bigger because the kids wanted these wonderful Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. So let's talk about the film a little bit, shall we?
Okay.
So what'd you think?
I personally loved it because it definitely brought me back to my childhood for sure. Because I used to watch the cartoon show. I used to watch the movie a lot. It was one of the first movies I remember watching, and was like, I think I actually made a comment while we were watching it. Within the first 10 minutes, he says "damn," and I was like, "Oh, bad word" when I was a kid. So,
damn.
He said a bad word when I was a kid. I thought he said a bad word. Stuff like that, it always like stuck with me. So this definitely is one that has stuck with me, and rewatching it now makes me super reminiscent of when I was a child and stuff. But it was a great watch. It's still fun. It's kind of one that kind of you look at and go, oh, there's a lot of errors and stuff that they may have done, but it's still fun.
I guess. Yeah, it was a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. I like Jess said, like it did brought me back to the childhood. Is nostalgia.
Yeah.
I guess it's a little bit more biased because of nostalgia, but
yeah, we do have a nostalgia bias. Yeah.
Yes. I didn't think that the movie held up, even though it was released like 89 or 90. Yeah. And it was released.
They were creating it in the 89, but they released it in the 90. So
yeah, and I'm like 1 year old when that came out, because 90. Yeah. I was born in 89.
I was gonna say, it's because this is the original movie. Yeah. And I think I know I've seen it. I don't remember any of that.
I watched it.
I was thinking, I was really thinking, like as we were watching, like, wait a minute, I thought this was gonna happen, and towards the end, I'm like, oh, I'm thinking of part 3. Part 3 is where like my heart in this franchise is. That's where like the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film I watched was part 3. That when they go back to Japan, that's that back in time. That's the one that I'm like.
I don't know if I actually saw that one.
Wow, I don't know if we can be friends.
Like I probably have seen it, but I just don't remember. I think it's one of those.
This isn't the first time you've seen this one, right? Like you.
This one,
this is okay. I don't know why.
Yeah,
like
this one,
even looking at the movie poster and everything, I still have images. Like when I see any of like the actors or the character models, it reminds me of part 3. I don't know why.
Like when I was seeing the poster, it wasn't familiar to me, but as I was watching it, my brain was ticking and reminding me of every little thing that was gonna happen. So I definitely remember the movie.
I definitely remember the movie. Most of my childhood, I grew up just watching movies. Like was where I kind of focused my energy and time into. So, and especially because when I was growing up, we didn't have cable. So, like, we just had the 4 basic stuff, like network TV. So, literally, this stuff would be on it constantly. And not only that, this movie we had a copy of it VHS.
Okay. Yeah. Back when Blockbuster was a thing.
Yes. I definitely watched this multiple times. I could almost, when I was younger, I could almost like recount it word for word.
Oh dang! Yeah, you watched it a lot, dude.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Well, that was a kind of a secret hidden talent I used to have.
Oh no, I'm like that at the moment with Star Wars, but we're talking about
which there was a Star Wars reference in there.
Like there was a little Star Wars reference like I am your father.
I'm your father.
Oh, yeah.
This is your family. I am your father.
This movie was definitely made by. So when I did like minimal amount of like research on it, this was one of the first like comic movies.
Yes.
This was before Batman.
Yeah.
This was like before Tim Burton's Batman that got like it repopularized it in the 90s. And because it was a comic film, nobody wanted to fund it. It almost didn't happen. But I mean, luckily it did, and it was like even the cast said it, and people working like it was. This was ambitious. The stunt coordination, the talent of the actors.
Puppetry.
It was how many people doing one character, voice work, the actual person wearing the 80-pound suits, the puppetry.
4, I think.
And it's. I mean, it was a lot. These guys, they were told to do so many things in those suits, and like those were real backflips. Those were real like high kicks. That was all. That was all them.
Good ninja fighting.
Damn, that's a nice move.
Come here.
It was amazing.
I like
little correction.
What
like Tim Burton's Batman did come out before the Teenage. Yeah, it came out in 1989. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Batman came out in 89, and then
but it's still.
Okay.
But
Batman
still,
was a bigger character technically.
Like as I'm reading here, the Batman from Tim Burton budget is 35 million, and how much was the Ninja Turtle? Because like you said, nobody wanted to fund it, and when we were watching that apparent movie that we were supposed to watch first with the original cast, that they needed to do it cheap, they needed to do it fast because they didn't really have that much money for the production.
Right. Estimated budget was 13,500. Or wait, no, I'm sorry, not thousand. 13,500,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I mean, they did a great opening weekend, which was 25 million.
Oh, yeah, they did good.
Did a total of 2 million on the box office.
Yeah, if you make a little bit more, I mean, that's good.
Which is good.
Yeah, it was a successful for sure.
Because it's rated PG? Yeah, PG.
I think so.
They were able to get away with, this is a kids movie, and of course,
I mean, it was definitely a kids movie.
You can definitely tell, but
there was I don't think there was anything like underhanded or like any one of those like jokes that only adults will get. This is definitely a movie, a safe film that you can show your kids. It had action, even the action had like jokes in between. It wasn't too serious. It was definitely this is definitely a kids film for kids. There
was definitely like a lot of action, but even with the weapons that they were using, like the
there
axes,
was no
the
blood.
katanas. Like, there's no really blood.
The only blood you saw was on Splinter.
Splinter.
Yeah, there was
really
a little bit of blood on Splinter when he got smacked, but really that's
and there was like
about
bruises and stuff. But other than that, there wasn't really any blood.
Other than that, even though when I commented on the movie that should have sliced his leg off, when Leonardo just sliced that foot soldier with his two katanas,
100%.
but nothing happened. Oh,
yeah. So for summary, we really didn't sit down and like iron out who was talking about what, because we like just finished watching the movie 5-10 minutes ago since we've been talking. So who wants to do summary?
I'll do it.
Okay, so what was Jess? Hey, Jess, friendo of mine. What was this movie about?
It was about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, that's good. That's a great start. Yeah,
Heroes in a Half Shell.
Yes, Heroes in a Half Shell. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and read just the storyline plot on IMDb, because that's pretty much the way to go about it, I guess. Okay. Through mysterious contact with a mysterious ooze, which is radioactive ooze, 4 turtles in the sewers of New York City mutate into intelligent pizza-loving humanoids and are mentored in the art of ninja combat by the wise rat Splinter.
Ninjutsu.
It says ninja. Everything in this movie, I said at the beginning, I think like, oh, this is all karate. No, it's actually just ninja. That's literally what they keep saying.
It's a ninja art or ninja fight.
Ninjutsu. It's
fighting
ninja. The
Nope,
ninja fighting
it's ninja.
style. Not ninjutsu. Ninja fighting.
So
Got it.
when the evil Shredder attempts to take over the world, which I think
to shred all the papers.
Right. The turtles set out to stop him. And so
that's not what we saw. But
he's not trying to take over the world, but at least it's not the
New York City, so it's the world.
So far, yeah. I mean, like, I guess
he has a bunch of teenage kids that he takes in, that he basically like says, any rules go here, and then in exchange for that they steal stuff, and there's a huge crime wave happening in the city because of it, and nobody can tell who's doing it because nobody can catch them.
Japanese immigrants are complaining that this happened once before in history.
Yes, in Japan.
In Japan.
In Japan.
And then these turtles beat up. I was gonna say Splinter, Shredder. Apparently, Shredder wasn't even isn't like a big. Was not like Shredder, Wolverine, Joker. They all have something in common, that they weren't meant to be this big and iconic into their own franchises. They were just written off as like a one-time person or like one-time entity. I believe Shredder died in the original arc, like the original comics, and that's it. That's how it was supposed to be. But it got popular, and they continued on with what they like. I don't know, like I never really read the comics too much, so I'm not sure. It's all hearsay information that I've heard, which is how we do our podcast and our reviews, and don't do our research. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty basic plot. There's a villain taking over the city, and the turtles find out about it. They stop it, and they're good guys. Good guys win. It's again a kid movie. It wasn't too complicated. There wasn't a secret message or any political statement. It was just a fun movie, and it was a fun movie. Like, so many of us were like, hee 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 hee. Like, that it was silly. It was so silly. It was a good movie. So there's not like a lot of in-depth like film criticism that we can have on it. The stunts were great.
It was a good production.
Yeah, the for how much went in. The limitations that they had, the speed that they needed to produce this film, these actors, they put everything they had in there. There's the stories of like crickets like fucking up all the audio for 80% of the movie. They literally were filming in a sewer, which sucks. It was a good movie. And that was great. Like, I think the dialogue was silly. That was again geared towards kids. The characters were kind of one-dimensional. like the seven dwarves mentality. What is I am anger? I'm grumpy. Like, but that's not wrong. This isn't. We're not trying to divulge into the deepness and sophistication of the vigilante. It was it like Michelangelo
like
and
Donatello
were bros and they were bonding. Leonardo was there. They really didn't explore Leonardo too much. He was just there, which was kind of like my only complaint. Raphael had anger issues. Casey
everybody was
the girl. Yeah, they all had a thing, and they explored that one thing. It wasn't a lot.
Everybody was really looking up to Leonardo, basically. Like, the three, like, yes, they're goofing off, and Raphael has this anger issue, but in the end, they always turn to Leonardo. What should we do? Kind of like that.
And that was
here's my thing. Did they actually do that in the movie, or was it that's what we know Leo is? I don't think they really.
Kind of like the big brother at the moment. A few times.
There was from the only thing that I can remember, which please correct me if I'm wrong, is one time where Raphael was like, "Whoa, you're the leader. Fucking tell us what to do." He's like, "I never asked to be the leader." And there was at the beginning where they're like, "One of you has to be the leader," and Leo was kind of like meditating, like, "Oh yeah, like we gotta do this." But other than that, there wasn't like. In the other films, they definitely branch on that, and it's what does it mean to be a leader? What does it mean to your actions having consequences on your team? Here, it was just he's a leader. That's a plot line. It's agreed, completely agreed.
No, but like in the scene where Raphael was hurt, he was. Leonardo was constantly right there looking after him because it felt like it was his fault that happened, and then also it was him that first was able to contact Splinter because he was basically low. He was spiritually he was feeling low because where's Master Splinter? I'm supposed to lead a leader. Kind of like that. So he started meditating.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I wasn't physically here for that one scene.
I am proud of you, my sons. Tonight, you have learned the final and greatest truth of the ninja.
He became a blue glow, and let's talk about that.
A blue glow, literally, yes,
the blue, more Star Wars references.
Blue means leader, guys.
Critiquing this movie, like I don't think it's you can analyze and pick little details and like, oh, look, the product placement is a Pepsi, like
Domino's, huge sponsor.
Things that are like outdated, like the
Archie comics.
Archie style like characters. Casey Jones is like a borderline chauvinistic attitude, but he still gets a girl at the end. Like there's things that you can like.
He doesn't really learn anything.
He doesn't. But again, what's the target? Kids. It's like you can nitpick at Lord of the Rings and it's a bad movie when it's not. This movie is not the best movie. It's not a great movie. This is a fun movie for kids that still pulls at our little nostalgia string, and we like it because we grew up with this. This was our kids' movie, and the comics, the toys, the franchise has transcended into something that they're still making Ninja Turtles movies right now, it's
not necessarily good ones, but they're making them.
Well, I guess like this movie is also not good, but. I think we have that nostalgia string that makes it a little bit better. It has that like 80s, 90s feel well, more 90s, but it has that feel of like, oh, look at this relic, look at this thing in time. I'm pretty sure that kids now that watch like the Michael Bay. Who was the one that directed the newest
I have
films?
no clue.
The
what films?
The new Teenage Mutant Turtles films. Is
yeah,
it?
I have not.
Is it?
Is it?
Teenage Ninja Turtles. Michael. Yeah, Michael Bay. Okay, so the Michael Bay ones. I think for me personally, I don't like the CGI. I think they look gross. I didn't enjoy any of their movies, but kids that grew up in the 2000s, fast forward 30 years from now, they're gonna be nostalging off this.
That's true.
Because like I know that when I saw some of the old school art covers when it was just like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 and 3, like, and it's just the goofy masses, it looks fucking scary as shit. But when I watch the film, I don't think that. I'm like, oh, look cool. And like when I'm seeing like a standalone image of Michelangelo, just like, oh, Groody, and like it looks gross. It looks scary. I don't like that shit. Disgusting. I will say though, in defense to our childhood movie, on Rotten Tomatoes, the Michael Bay one got a 22% versus ours got a 40%. So almost twice as better. That's how it works, right?
If you really think about it too, so like if you showed kids the kids the movie, the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, like the same age kids that when we watched it back in the old days, like the 10 and maybe 8, 9, 10 kids, and you show that film, it was like, what is this crap? You know.
Well, yeah. It's the same argument.
Yeah.
It's the same argument as the people who like the original Star Wars as the people who like the prequels. It's the same kind of thing. They use more practical effects in the original. They use more CGI in
and
the prequels.
There is that divide for some reason. I think it's a societal thing that we have nowadays with the evolution of the video game critic and the film critic becoming so popularized. What the fuck are we doing now? That there is a divide in most things. If it's not this way, then it's the wrong way of doing it. Which is a stupid mentality. It's a fucking ignorant, dumb, poopy poop mentality. Because like, so I'm pretty sure we're all in agreement that the 1990s version is cool. We like it. We enjoy it for what it is. It is a great movie. Probably, I think we might agree that maybe we don't agree 100% with the idea that it was rebooted many times, and it will continue to be rebooted. And thus far, I have not liked any of the new reiterations. Probably because when I was a kid, I liked it, and now get that garbage out of my face. No,
look how fast I got that.
But I just ordered it right now. Amazon's so quick. But the fact that the movie that Jeremiah holds in his hand does not take away the memory that we had. That's the only thing that I want to say. Like, if the new Transformers movie or the new Star Wars movies, the fact that they exist should not anger you this much. You can say, I didn't like it. It didn't ruin your franchise. Your franchise still exists. If you like the older movie, cool. It's still there. You can still watch it, my friend. It's not going anywhere. The fact that the new movie came out did not erase the memory of the old movie from your head. Like, you could still buy the old toys, There's still video games that you might, or books or comics, like it's still
everything is subjective. Just because you enjoy something does not mean you should take away from others' enjoyment of something else. Yeah. That's all. That's all it is.
Kind of like, basically like when they were saying, for example, like in the Star Wars films, they were like, oh, the prequels was bad because Jar Jar Binks sucks. Then don't watch the prequels. Go watch the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Like there's some people who enjoy
you
Jar Jar
don't have
Binks.
to watch it. Exactly.
There's some people that like the comedic relief of Jar Jar Binks because of all the action that was going on. They needed something to pass.
Yeah, I know that the actor for Jar Jar was pretty much, so this is gonna be for kids. Like, so you are like you're gonna be sold as a toy. So like they made him super kiddish. That was the whole thing. Like he was gonna be a kid. Yeah. They're like, I don't like him. Like whatever. It's all good.
Like kind of like with the Ninja Turtles. Like. Not gonna lie to you, I like this. I actually did enjoy myself with this.
You're not wrong, Jeremiah, but you are not correct.
Like the thing that I didn't like about this is, I think she's a great actress. No, not really, but the kind of like in the Transformers, Megan Fox. I wasn't a fan of her in Transformers. I wasn't a fan of her in the Ninja Turtles movies.
Megan Fox gets a really bad rap, in my opinion. She's a really easy punchback because she's acting the way that the person who hired her to act tells her that. Show me your tits and be dumb, but have one cool scene. Like that's like all right. If that's what you're paying me for, then that's what I'm gonna do.
It's kind of true, but
I tend to agree with people who say, give this actress a chance, even if she's typecast in all these things, or give this actor a chance, blah, blah, blah. I feel that a lot of times they do get typecast, and it's really not great.
I don't think
in the same role over and over again. However, I do think that there are some that just need a little bit more acting chops. Need a bit more.
Well, here's the thing. Before we completely take away Jeremiah's point.
Yes.
Sorry, Jeremiah. There is a difference, in my opinion, between an actor who does a lot of things like what's my Irish boy? Oh my God. Gosh. God dang Xavier, what's your real name? The real world.
Patrick Stewart?
No, not Patrick Stewart.
Oh.
What's the Irish boy's name?
James. The Split McAvoy.
Yeah. Yes, McAvoy.
James McAvoy.
Yes, James McAvoy. Yes, like
James McAvoy.
McAvoy. Yes, James McAvoy. He has acting range. Tom Hardy, he has acting range. Jason Momoa, cool dude. Keanu Reeves, amazing dude. They're typecasted. You don't write Aquaman and then find the best actor and then you cast Jason Momoa because he was the best person to fit the role. You make Aquaman because you already hired Jason Momoa and you're making Aquaman cool to fit Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
like Keanu Reeves at the moment, you don't cast Keanu Reeves unless you wrote a thing for a actor a person who's going to dedicate everything and learn 100 new tricks to fit that role.
That's kind of true because there's a lot of movies on Reeves that has the same feel per se, or like on how he's acting on his not to take out his props. He's a great actor. He's a great actor, but other than that, that's his range of movies or shows or whatever
Yeah,
you want to
that
say.
he gets casted for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like the new Bill and Ted, the part 3. I'm sure it's gonna be amazing and funny. I don't think Keanu Reeves is funny in of himself. Like, he won't write a funny joke, but because you know him as a person, how his mannerisms are gonna be and what he's going to do, you can use that to write a funny scene, and he'll act the fuck out of it and make it funny. But you can't give him an extreme complex dual character and make it shine in many ways, because he will do his goddamn fucking best, but it won't be interpreted a lot because of either the typecasting or the range, character versus actor, all that bullshit aside. Does not diminish the talent that these guys fucking have, and that every single one of them can act a million times better than anything I'll ever fucking be able to do.
Yeah.
But we took away a lot of Jeremiah's points. What's up, Jeremiah?
I don't know. I don't remember.
He likes the 2017.
Yeah. The new one and Megan Fox.
I think you already kind of gave the point already about the typecast. Like, she's a great actress, but I guess because of the typecast type deal, like, and also CG wise, to tell the truth, like, I'm not the biggest fan of how they CG'd the CG of Turtles, but I did like the different characters that they put into them.
Yeah,
like, Donatello's the smart one, which is he is, and then they gave him his gadgets on his shells, and stuff like that. Like,
the costume was different good.
Costuming.
Because Raphael is a huge motherfucker.
It's huge motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be that. He's that ragey boy.
Yeah.
He is the ragey boy.
And then pop, everything.
Yep.
And then Leonardo is just, he's the serious boy, 2 swords. And
he's
he
more
is very
precise in his movements. Yeah, like he's the smart one. He's smart one, strategizing wise, kind of like how to enter a battle. And there's this child Michelangelo.
Yeah, Mikey looks so much like a kid. I
know.
On that 2007 movie too, he is kind of like the shortest one in the bunch.
Okay.
But also he's the most nimble. He's the fastest one, and he thinks like a child. Well, like, oh, hey, let me use this like a skateboard.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad that they kept them with the skateboard, because I think they started going away from that. But I'm glad that he has that childish flair to keep that alive. But so to kind of conclude here a little bit, just because I'm looking at time, we've been recording for almost 4 hours, guys. Yeah, because we watched the film plus us doing stuff plus the preparation. Yeah, it's almost been 4 hours, which god dang.
Yeah.
Any final words?
If you're looking for a good time, it's always fun.
Thought you were gonna give out your number. I'm like, that's illegal.
No.
That's wrong.
No.
Almost as wrong as a friend who will use the restroom and still have their headphones on and listen to everybody's conversation as this is happening.
Yeah,
so
mine scored it
weird. Yeah.
Anyway, like I do highly recommend it to watch the movie. Like, maybe the younger generation might like it. I'm not sure, but for the same generation as us, rewatch it. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I think it's a good movie, for sure.
Like, at first, I was a little skeptical because they were like, "Oh, I remember this such a really good movie when I was a child. How will it hold up?" Basically, that's what I was kind of doing when I was watching the movie, and it held up.
Yeah, it's. I think the more you dig into the film, the more you'll find, which is a thing that one of the days I would like to have a proper discussion of. Knowing the background of the project makes the project come to life more in different ways. It makes you enjoy it more. The fact that the suits weighed 80 pounds. The fact that these dudes were actually doing backflips in their outfits, and they were like, hey, what was it? They had to do like this choreographed spin kick and do these 2 different moves and then do a front flip into a manhole. Like, that was your audition in the outfit. Like, holy crap. No CGI, all practical effects. The team that used to do horror effects for monsters did the costuming and did the effects for the turtles. Like,
Jim Henson.
Jim Henson. The fact that they took 10 weeks to do all this, like to do all the costumes for the entire film, like, you came to watch the turtles. You didn't come to watch Casey or April or the backstory and like intricate crime scenes. You came to watch the Ninja Turtles kick butt, eat pizza, and win. And that's what you got.
And wait to say cowabunga.
Yes.
that was good. I did not notice that there was no cowabungas until the end. I was like, oh, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it? Which was great. And I did like the first
Splinter,
yeah,
it was Splinter who said it, and that's what I love.
Yeah. I'm so glad that it was Splinter that did it, instead of just like a throwaway Mikey line. I also do like that. I don't know if it was intentional, if they knew they were gonna do 2 and 3 and 4 or whatever, but that Splinter was the person who actually defeated Shredder.
Yeah,
I think that it would have taken away the majesty of the series if the Turtles were the ones that beat him. Like, I think option number 2 would probably been like Leo beats him, but using everybody as an aid, or Leo like coaches the team to do so. But they're still 15, I think, at this point. Like, they're still kids learning, and this is their first adventure. So
that's why it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because they are teenagers. They're still
right. So right.
You know,
and they never really fully say how old they are.
No, not really. Yeah, but they could be 30.
We don't know what teenage means to them.
Yeah, I think they there was a sign that like they've been 30. I mean, 30. That they were 15. Like, it's been 15 years in the sewer or some shit like that. But
15 years ago.
I could be mistaken.
Yeah, that's true. Master Splinter did say that they were. Yeah, they lived in.
They were 15 years old. How old were they when they were just regular animals? They could be older.
They were babies, said so.
Yeah, they were little babies.
Fine. But all right, guys. I think we've all unanimously yes, this is a good movie. Go watch it. We have nothing negative to say about it. Educate
10 out of
yourself. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 will do.
Yes.
What's your rating, Jess?
10 out of 10. But also, I made a funny.
I made a funny.
I made a funny.
All right, guys. This is our awkward attempt into doing our Let's Talk About during the quarantine. So we'll hopefully we'll be able to do more things like this, and I will continue to say, because I am so to a fault, god dang transparent, I hate the black background. I need something else. I don't like looking at it. It infuriates me. It's just it's such a basic bitch background. I need better. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. There's the bell thing that you punch, and the subscription thing that you subscribe to. We do D&D shows.
And the comments and the things and
the merch. Look at this merch. Look at this is
the merch.
Merch. Oh my god. Look at. Oh my god. Look at. Ooh, that's the same.
Oh, the merch.
Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah. Info down below. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fun film. Go watch.
Yes.
Bye.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga, dude!
Omega.
I have always liked cowabunga.
Huh?
I made a funny.
I made a funny.
On the half shell, they're the heroes.